Who do we got here? We got one person in here. It's a good start. More people tend to join right when we open. Here's the open. We'll see what happens. Just gonna want to keep an eye on these levels. We got our alerts set. That's important. Hey man, you came to hang out.
What's up?
Not much, man. How are you? Good. Uh oh. You want to play? I don't know if that's. I think it'd be the other way around, man. I don't have a job, right? Like, yeah. So I guess we'll see what the day brings today, but I'm not trading any futures accounts today. I have my one big trade still open, but I'm just gonna trade options today, I think. Just for fun. Yeah, why not, right? Yeah, what's going on, Andrew? I'm in the house. It's nice to see. Good man, how are you? There you go. Can't complain about that, right? Microsoft's booming at the open. Tesla's dropping. Nice level up here on Tesla. Amanda's pumping off 510. Amazon's still sort of squeezing. AMD is shorting. Oh, that would have been a nice short on AMD at that 139 level. Apple's pumping. NQ sort of stagnant. We got ISIS here. Good morning. How are you? Good, good. There's Jay Davis. What's going on, brother? This would we'll see how this one's playing out. This has got to be red now. We got Knicks here. All right, everyone's showing up. Microsoft is just pumping off this line. Tesla's back up. Nvidia's pushing. Microsoft's up. Meta's booming. Amazon's booming. AMD's, everything's pushing up. No, we don't want that. we want this down here. This would be just real nice. I should have got out here, to be honest. But I wanted to see what the 10 o'clock news would bring, and it just pumped us up. If we come back down to here and don't blow below, I'll get out down here. Like, this is a pretty big level here. I don't know. Like, we've had a hard time down here this week already. And if we go back to the start, like, we've had lots of rejections. So It's an interesting one. So we'll see what's going on, but it seems to want to pump at this current moment, along with everything else. Microsoft's got a couple daily SMAs, the 200 and the 20 in the way. I wish I could have got in right before open on this. Like that's a perfect hold of 510 on Meta. Amazon was a bit too early. AMD, if it stays underneath this level, well, it's pushing above. Apple, that would have been nice for sure. But now we're up at the daily 20. I mean, Apple. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. If we get over this daily 20, we could see up to this back to 228 that you were talking about last week. Which it looks like it wants to. SPY is over 551. QQQ, I have a really big zone and it's about to test the daily 100. So this is going to be an interesting level there on QQQ and here on NQ. Why is this runtime here? Internal service says here. That sucks. So we'll see what happens. We're getting some big pushes. Meta, Microsoft is at the daily 200. NVIDIA, wow. This is a big level up here though. Approaching this like 108, 109 in the daily 100. So we'll see how that goes. VIX isn't really moving, so I'm curious as to why we're getting such a pump. Where's SPY at? Same thing with this. This is going to be an interesting zone for shorting on, for trying to reject on ES for sure. NVIDIA's pumping. Yep. We also have news at 10 o'clock, right? So we got to be careful. We got to be real careful. We're going to SPY over here. Shorten this guy up. Tons of buying, 22, 8, 11. That's massive. I want to see it push up to this zone though. Before we try anything. Lots of buying up here. Numbers are just pumping. 24, 12. Still 24 and 12. There we go. See what we can do. See if we start seeing some rejections up here. Shorting right now is going to be very difficult with all this buying pressure up here. See how this candle ends. Giving it a shot on SPX. Bam. Already up 7%. I'm going to stop to break even on this one because this could go sideways real quick. I'm looking for continuation to the downside here. Strong continuation. Don't know if we're going to get it. Either way, we're protected, so it doesn't matter. But I want to see this just drop. But it seems to want to pump still, so we might get stopped out here. It's pretty early to get in a trade, especially on SPX. That's why I'm making sure I'm very risk protected. Yeah, I'm out at break even. That's okay, even if it turns. I am more than okay with that, let me tell you. Now it's going to drop. Yeah. Yeah, I got ticked out to the top here. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes, right? There's nothing wrong with making sure you're protected, especially this early. Hey, what's going on, Brendan? There you go, there you go. Love it. I was just saying earlier, I'm just trading options today. Just taking I'm still in my short position on my personal account. And sort of just letting that one ride and taking a break from starting all these new accounts all the damn time. But we got in, yeah, I don't know if you saw, we got in short here on SPX and then it pushed back up and stopped out at break even, but oh, it's all good. Gave it a shot really early. It's pretty early to be trading SPX. Your premiums are going to move like crazy this early. But it's looking like it was fine. It was right here, this candle. It wasn't that big, but yeah, I mean, let's see what the numbers look like actually. Unemployment claims, why is it not showing up? Unemployment claims came in under forecast and below previous. So that's pretty bullish. Yeah. Not by a lot, by a very small amount, but it's still under. Probably about 2%. Well, let's see what happens up. If we get back up in here again, we can give it another shot. But we were seeing all this happening up here, and then it started coming down, so we got in, and then it pushed right back up after. You know, that's the classic, like looking for continuation, right? We see this absorption happening, you get in and you're looking for it to just keep dropping. But we didn't get the follow through, which is fine. But like we with having non-farm payroll tomorrow, it's quite possible that we sort of just chop around like we did yesterday, right? Like we're just sort of the market's sort of waiting for that big data to come through. There we go. What the? Just booming. I'm gonna give it another shot here with that rejection off the daily 50. We'll see what happens. It's kind of risky. Yeah. Hold on a second. I just got to set this up here. I'm moving my stop to break even on 15.9 on my SPX again, just to be protected. Right, this early in the morning, I just want to make sure that that we're right with what's going on here. We're up 11% on SPX. NQ, yeah, I have 19,000. Up 15%. I'm trimming one contract at 20% right now. And I'm just going to hold my runner with a stop at break even. It's not bad. I'll take this for sure. I want to see more of this continuation real hard. We got to see, we are shorting into this level on SPY, but it's that daily SMA that we're really looking at. We want to get below on NQ, and we're over top of the daily. This is interesting on QQQ, over top of the 100. But this is a nice setup here. Just looking for this big continuation, right? We want to see this guy. We want to see all this down pressure continue now. We want this to keep going. It would be beautiful if this was the rejection point for the day. It's way too early to call that out, but it'd be nice. That's for sure. Either way, we're walking out of this trade with some money because I took one off at 20%. Seconds at break even. I'm only doing 2 contracts this early in the morning because it's a lot of pressure to be putting on, a lot of high premium. It was about $1,500 a contract. This is looking nice though. We're up 30%, 35%, 38%. What's that? No, I didn't. I gotta get used to this. I'm just trying to focus on the trading, right? And then like all of a sudden, yeah. But we rejected that look. Watch what happened. I should have got out. Damn it. I missed that. Look at this. 551. So at this point now, let's just watch SPY. Right? If we can break 551 on SPY, I think we're in a good spot. NQ is right under that 19,000. QQQ is trying to get below this daily 100. We'll see. We're just sort of letting this one ride at this point. But our position was short up here based off of this rejection, stop above, targeting below. Almost 6-1. That's not bad. It's a good target, right? And now we're risk off, right? So we have no stop, like our stop is protected at break even, which is real good. I mean, getting up to 38%, you know, that was anyone could have taken a lot of profits right there. Even on one contract, you know, you would have been up $600. But I'm really hoping for this. You know, I'm seeing this nice rejection spot up here that we've seen, you know, a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4 different times now, right? But we need to see price. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. I've really been enjoying trading SPX lately based off of the same levels that I trade NQ and ES off of, right? Like, it moves like I'm trading 0 DTE, so it moves like a maniac. So you got to be right, but you get your risk on, it is what it is, right? Like, we're pushing up here. But there's also I find your theta really comes into play at the start of the day, like when you get in this early, right? So like I'll probably get stopped out at break even like up here somewhere, even though I got in up here. Yeah, like I'm getting close to break even at this point. Like it'll probably break even will probably be up here at this point. It's hard to really tell based off the charts, but we didn't quite get that continuation, and I missed this. I should have got out. As soon as we started retracing off of this, that would have been the signal to get out. Because this is a nice break and retest for a possible long. Right? I'm not quite out at break even yet. It didn't quite. It's probably more up here at this point. But these premiums move so fast this early. It's insane. You go from up almost 40% to almost back at break even in a matter of like 2 minutes. Yeah, we're not quite getting that continuation to the downside that we hope for, that's for sure. All right, I'm out. That's fine. I took 20% on one. No complaints. I'm going to get knocked out to the tick and it's just going to drop now. That's been happening to me a lot lately. But, you know, that's the importance, guys, of, trimming. If you have multiple contracts, you got to trim. You got to take profits, right? Like once you see profits, you got to get some of that, right? You don't want to give away any profits. If you can't trade SPX 0 DTE with multiple contracts, just play SPY 0 DTE, the same thing. Your premiums won't move as fast, but you'll be able to stack a few contracts because it's a lot cheaper. And then that's great. Like then you can start scaling out, right? Yeah, this is what I missed right here. It's a beauty break and retest, eh? Break, retest, long. I probably got to close out this NQ position that I'm in. I should have got out here this opening candle. It's kind of tough. We got news in 5 minutes, so I'm glad we're out of our position at the same time. Because that could have been crazy, unless it's just gonna tank. Oh wait, no, is there news at 10 o'clock today? Let me see. I can't remember. I think there is. Yeah, there is PMI, so that's a big one. More absorption happening up here though, right? Like we're just sort of dancing. It's coming up here. Look at all this. Keep in mind, this would have all been green at 1.2, right? I think our trade was nice, but we just didn't get that continuation we were looking for, right? But yeah, we're still seeing absorption up here. NQ is a very different situation than ES is at this particular time because it's holding over this daily 100 on QQQ. Whereas SPY is rejecting this daily 50 on ES. I would want to hop into another short up here, but with news coming in 2 minutes, it's not worth it. My dog's doing that thing where she's a real big suck whenever I'm trading, and she sits under my desk and paws at my legs and jumps up on my lap. It's quite a distraction sometimes. But she's great, so I can't complain. And we're having a time on SPY, that's for sure. This level right here, which is sort of your pre-market, or this would be pre-market highs. Also, we saw rejections here at the end of day. But NQ is still booming. QQQ is holding that daily 100. This is interesting. It's an interesting spot to be in, that's for sure. It's just gonna tank. Well, maybe not. And that's why we don't hold through, right? What we can do is maybe try to fade it. Fade the initial pop on news. What did it come in at? It came in over, just a little bit over. But this was the miss right here. Look at this. Break, retest, long. I was short here into this based off of here. That was my mistake, but it's okay. We still made profits on it, but that's something that I should recognize. QQQ is going, NQ is going. Yeah, I'm out of my long-term NQ position. That's for sure. I got out right before the news. Bit of a swing on that. I mean, I should have taken down here. That would have been way better, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is booming. SPY 551 for the win. But what would we have seen? Would we have seen this absorption down here? Yeah, we would have. That's a big one. Let's see what happens up here at this daily 20. Right, this zone right up here on NQ it's a zone and it has the daily 100 inside of it. So that's interesting, right? We want to make sure we're paying attention to that for sure. Just watching now, see what happens, right? That's all we can really do. Some very positive news. NVIDIA is up over 109, but you got to watch out for the daily 100 in the way. Microsoft is looks like it might be topping out a bit at this daily 200. So we'll keep an eye on that. Meta is rejecting our higher time frame wedge. Bang on. But that was a beautiful play. That would have been a nice play this morning for sure off that 510. Amazon's outside of our wedge, but you have to watch out for this here. AMD sort of bouncing off the bottom of the wedge again. Apple's above. Microsoft's the interesting one at this point, I think. Some rejections happening up at the daily 20. Got our new alert set. Updating colors. It's nice to get that done in live time. Anyone else seeing anything? Watching anything? Taking any trades? Yeah, what a beauty. Too bad we missed it. That's something I need to make sure I shouldn't be missing stuff like that. That's for sure. It's only his daily 20 rejection. Yes. Why did that trigger? Oh, because the candle. Just still watching, right? Just gonna see what happens. We'll see if price is gonna push back up. VIX is dry. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's on a 1 hour, that's why. That's a nice rejection. What else are we seeing here? Nothing's really at any levels. Oh, NVIDIA, okay. NVIDIA's failing at 109. Still pretty strong. Not sure I'd want to go short on that yet, that's for sure. This daily 20 rejection would have been nice. Coming back down to that level. Man, that would have been beautiful. That would have been a great trade. Oh well. Now we're just looking for the next setup, right? Do we hold this and go long now? That's the question. Still have room on both of those. Looks like that could be a nice hold. But again, I am worrisome longing into the daily 50 and the daily 20 in the same spot. I mean, not the same spot, but within a very tight range. Giving this a go again short. We'll see what we can do here. Just have to wait and see how this plays out. Up 5%. Not a lot, but we are shorting back into this level again, and I'm okay with that. Just based off of our reactions up here. I think I got in more like there. So we'll see what happens. It's a pretty tight stop on this one. This one might not play out. That's okay. It's all part of it, right? You got to take your shots. We're seeing lots of selling up here, but we're not getting any continuation to the downside, which isn't helpful. We're out. It was worth a try. It was a pretty tight stop too, so I'm okay with it. Tesla's just gone. I don't even. That's insane. See, we held a nice tight stop and nothing wrong with that. Now I did go long at the break of here, so this is going to be my last trade. If this doesn't really work out, then it is what it is. I want to see if we can get up here. We're up 10%. And all this red down here and nothing, no continuation all through here. There we go. That's nice, 17%. At this point, I'm taking my risk off. That's for sure. We're up 22%, 25%. I'm taking one off. Not bad. Stops at break even. We're walking away at least with 2 wins and 1 loss today. I mean, I do think we're going to start running into trouble up in here, but that's why we took one off. We're risk protected. Nothing to really complain about. Nothing to complain about. At this point, we're just sort of want to see this keep going. We want to let it ride. We want to blow through this daily 20. See what happens from here, right? We're looking good on SPY. We're looking good on ES. We're up 33% now. That's beautiful. We're looking good on everything. We're breaking highs on QQQ. Where did my NQ go? 44%. What a trade. But we're rejecting up here again, right? We want to see us break through for sure. That's what we want. I'm rolling my stop up because I'm looking for continuation through here. Right? We don't want to get screwed. Here we go. Come on, just blow through it. We're setting at about 45%, 50%. There we go. Let's keep going. These rejections are getting real tight up here. Right, we need to see this continuation. We don't want to see this thing turn around on us. I'm only giving it a bit of room on this stop here, just because of previous rejections at this level. We're decreasing in volume. We need to see this push through hard. That's what we need to keep seeing here. These sort of soft moves through daily SMAs don't really work out the greatest in the long term. We need to see a strong blow through, right? Like you see this here, how we blew right through it. We blew right through it. We need to see continuation to the upside. $55%. Our stop now is probably like somewhere like here. It's really hard to tell. It's got to be something like that. We don't want to see this drop underneath. This is not a nice candle. We didn't get that blow through, and that's not looking good in my mind, to be honest. Right, as we're turning now, see. We need to see this thing hold. This is not a nice candle. I don't even know if the stop might even be up a little bit higher, to be honest. It's hard to tell. It's on based off a premium, right? So I'm out. Beautiful timing. Beautiful timing. Just beautiful. All right, well, that's it for trades. I mean, going 2 for 1, I am more than happy with. There's nothing I can complain about there for sure. You know, getting up to 55%. Profits were taken at 40%. That's beautiful, right? We knew we were going to run into some issues here. We wanted to see a blow through. We didn't get the blow through. We talked about that. And then, you know, we rejected. So we had our risk protected. We had unrealized profits protected. So we're at a pretty good spot. I just wish I had bought more contracts. But I don't think I'm going to take any more trades today. I think going 2 out of 3 in the first hour is a pretty good spot to be at. I'm happy with the returns on the day. We got out of our 2 profitable trades, we took 1 contract off at 20%. The second one broke even on that one. And then on this one, we took profits again at 20% and 40%. So it's not too shabby. Anyone else watching anything? There's some things in the chat. What a trade. AMD. Sorry, I missed AMD, Andrew. I was in the middle of my shenanigans. AMD, I'm not taking anything in this zone. It's got to come back down and alert before we're going to do anything. Is ES going to keep running now? That's the question. It's possible. But either way. Either way. I'm probably going to log off for the day at this point, to be honest, unless anyone else has any questions or concerns or anything like that. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Yeah, we're rejecting up here again. So just a quick rundown. I don't know why this went to QQQ or where my NQ even went to. I find that so weird. Anyways, this can go. That's what happened. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, dude. No problem. Have a good one. Yeah, man. Appreciate. Yeah, sounds good. I mean, NQ almost got up to our zone, which was a nice spot for it to reject. Yes, this daily 20 is obviously having some rejections. We didn't blow through it like we wanted. We got out, it kept running down. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. Sort of a double top type situation. What else is on watch? AMD is holding over the, or Apple's holding over the daily 20. Amazon's holding over our squeeze. Meta is back up to the top of our wedge. Microsoft is doing its thing. Nvidia is trying to get over. Nvidia, I'd be careful between these two. We might come back down. Tesla is bonkers. Got above, look at that, retest of the daily 50 right at the open. Take off from there. And that's it, guys. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Oh, we got Wolfson here. Too bad, man. I'm just hopping off right now. But you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Thanks for joining. Bye.